With a new man at the helm of the Land Transportation Office, it appears that long-time challenges that have beset this perennially problematic government agency are being addressed at an effective pace. To give us an update on these, we have once again on Motoring Today, the LTO top honcho, Assec Edgar Galvante. Good evening, Assec Galvante, and welcome once again to Motoring Today.
Good evening, Boots, and to all the viewers of Motoring Today.
To begin with, can you please give our viewers an update on the problem about driver's license cards?
Starting this year, actually early December, we started issuing the backlog of the 3-year license card for Metro Manila. Those licensee who registered, who renewed their license since January 1 up to October 10, 2016, were able to retrieve their plastic license card from the NCR LTO offices. And later, after a few weeks, we started also distributing license card for the Region 3, 4A, Region 7, and Region 11. And by next week, the other regions, Region 2, Region 9, Region 8, and Region 12 will also be able to issue license cards. Again, I'd like to emphasize that this is just for those who renewed their license in 2016. As soon as we have completed that, we will begin issuing license card for those who renewed their license in 2015 and 2014. We hope to cover all the 3 million or so backlog of license card by the second week of February.
Moving on to another nagging problem, that of registration plates. Can you brief us on what's the latest?
It's just too bad that even up to now we don't see the quick resolution of the case pending before the Supreme Court. As you all know, there is an existing TRO issued by Supreme Court as regards the license plate, and also there is this COA issuance disallowing the procurement of the previous license plates. Although we don't want to wait for the resolution of those cases, so we want to move forward. That's why we are scheduling the procurement of these license plates. And again, hopefully by August this year, we shall be able to determine who the winning bidder is and give him the notice, give him or her a notice to proceed, and eventually start issuing the license plates as they are produced.
Would you have any timeline or target date as to when that would happen?
We estimate that by August, the winning bidder shall have been selected, and a few weeks probably after that, the winning bidder shall start manufacturing. And as they manufacture, we will distribute. We are not going to wait for them to manufacture millions of this license plate before we start distributing. As they become available, this will be distributed.
Now, shifting on to another issue, which is the public perception of LTO's wanton approval of applications for driver's license. Are there any plans to improve the system like that of giving written exams for applicants?
Yeah, that's true. In fact, our attention was called by no less than the chairman of the Committee of Transportation, the Congressman from Catanduanes, Sarmiento, and the members of the committee. They cited that our way of determining the capability, or the way we qualify the prospective licensee is very poor and needs a lot of improvement. That's why we are preparing some material so that we can now segregate the examination to be given for non-professional drivers and professional drivers. And when the proposed law is passed, I think this is the Traffic Crisis Act. Once this is passed, there's going to be a requirement that a few months after it has been passed and signed, there will be requirements for professional drivers to retake the examination before they can be granted renewal of their professional license.
On the other hand, Assec Galvante, how about the practical exam or driving test?
That's going to be included. In fact, during the hearing, the committee invited proprietors of driving school, and they're going to be tapped as resource persons or resource agencies in crafting a better way of qualifying the capability of prospective drivers. And definitely this will improve the way the practical examinations are given on these prospective drivers.
Now, digressing, sir, would the LTO have any plans to improve on the alcohol and drug tests for drivers?
Actually, there has been a law that has been passed on driving under influence of substance, including alcohol and drugs. So we are procuring additional breath analyzer for alcohol tests so that we can really sort of give more teeth to the implementation of this law. Admittedly, this has not been implemented the way the law says so. No? So with this procurement plus other activities that we'll be undertaking, we hope to implement the said law stricter.
Regarding drunk driving tests, there have been strong suggestions to make it mandatory for drivers that have figured in accidents to begin with. What is your stand on this?
Yeah, actually, that is already in the law. When a driver is involved in accident, automatic, he'll be tested for not only alcohol but even drugs. No? So that if he's found to have alcohol in his bloodstream or drug in his person, the corresponding case or charge will be levied against him.
Thank you very much for your time, Assec Galvante. Before we end, do you have any message to our viewers?
Yeah, we are going to implement a stricter policies on drivers, but this is not going to be implemented because we want to make life hard for them, but rather we want to ensure better safety on the road. Not only for the drivers, riders, or even pedestrian. We don't want to sort of experience a lot of accidents because of our loose implementation of the corresponding law that would assure a safe condition for driving.
Thank you once again, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Boots, and happy motoring.
LTO Head Assistant Secretary Edgar Galvante with an update on the solutions to some of the nagging problems that beset the Land Transportation Office. Our guest this week on Motoring Today's Motoring Forum.